Hey, and welcome back to It's Clan Life. And I'm AK Hammer with the Armor Knights, presenting the video series It's the Clan Life. Today we'll be talking about factors that matter, and we'll be talking about factor number 2, which is the foundation of the clan or guild. So in the first video, we talked about what type of clan or guild you're going to build. It's going to be game-based, friends-based, casual, competitive, whatever. Those kinds of things you want to try and figure out as you're kind of putting together to begin with. Secondly, once you get that stuff sorted out, you need a foundation. You need something to build that clan on. What's the first thing you think about when you find a clan or you see a clan? The clan name. So you're gonna have to come up with a name. Now I'm not saying you need to have something super cool like Armor Knights or something silly like the Bunny Humpers or something crazy like that. But a name can matter. I mean, if you want to really get into it, we're the 425th Canadian Hussars Regiment, whatever. If that turns your buckle and that's the kind of stuff that you want to do, then hey, go for it. But I will tell you that a name can make a difference on a couple different levels. If you have a name that's kind of strikes, kind of dominant and kind of cool type sounding, it's going to draw people. I've had people come to AK and said that they thought our name was cool, so they came and checked us out. If you want to kind of be funny and be the antithesis of the strong, dominant type of name, and you want to be something like called the Bunny Humpers, people might think it's funny and they might flock to you. So a name matters. A name is a draw. Remember, everything you do as a clan uh, can be a draw for other members or potential members to come find you and want to join you and be a part of you. So a name is important. So think about the name. You need a name. Everybody's got to have a name. And then along with that comes a tag. If you're playing in a game that has a clan system, usually they have a tag system with a certain amount of letters. So again, something to think about while you're putting it together. Part 2 of the foundation, rules. Rules, rules, rules. Now, I get it. It's a game. People are playing it to de-stress and to get away from work and get away from that whole type of thing, and I get that. But you really do have to have rules. We're not going to talk a lot about it here. That'll be section 3 of the video series, the next video. But you really have to have some kind of rules, because otherwise you have chaos and anarchy. And I guarantee you, whatever you're trying to do with the clan, if you're trying to be competitive, it will never work unless you have some kind of structure or rule system. If you just have friends hanging out together and you don't have any kind of rules, then you're going to have drunk Fridays and racial problems, people talking trash, and it's just going to get out of hand. So you really have to have some rules, even if it's just on a basic decorum and behavior level. You really need some kind of rules. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in depth next, but you really got to have them. Third, a website. Let's face it, any group out there that's worth its weight in salt or gold or whatever in-game currency you use has some form of a website, even if it's just web-based forums. A website is a great way to put out information to the masses. It's a great way to use as an advertising banner for your clan or guild. And remember, putting a clan or guild together, inevitably it leads to wanting more members or needing more members, whether it's competitive or whatnot. Uh, and what better way to show that banner or flag except to have a website? Now, granted, having a website, it is need-based. You don't have to have a website. There's no requirement anywhere that says in order to have a clan, you have to have a website. But think about this. Somebody wants to come check out, they're looking at 2 clans. They're looking at one clan, and they like the name. It's kind of a cool name. It's a good group of guys. But they have nothing anywhere that says anything about who they are, where they hang out, any VoIP information, nothing. And then you have another group that has a website. They have advertisements on forums for that game. They have or whatever. They do some Twitch broadcasting like I do here at Armor Knights, where we talk about stuff and have that kind of advertisement for that thing. And that's a way, again, that's a way to draw people to you. So that website is kind of huge. What are the benefits of it? Well, let's face it. If you have a good, clean website, it gives your group a more professional look. It makes you look like you have your shit together. And it allows you, it provides you the canvas to put information out to whoever might come to your website, whether it's your members or new people that are just coming and checking you out. So a website is a huge benefit to a clan or guild. Now, having said that, you got to keep it up. You got to keep it relevant. You got to keep it up to date. You have to make it look clean. If you're like Yahoo's page nowadays, it just looked like somebody threw up on there with a million different items of stuff that most people don't care about, then it's not going to be beneficial. Have it clean, look professional, relevant. Trust me, makes a huge difference. For example, AK for our website, I can track how many unique people check out my website every single day, and we get quite a bit for a gaming clan. On average, I think we get about 115 unique hits a day to our website. So we get a lot of traffic to our website. And why is that important? Well, it has to do a lot to do with recruiting and membership, which I'll talk about in later videos. So that's kind of the benefit that the website provides you. Um, uh, for an organization, especially as you grow, having that website really does make some things easier to put stuff out and have information available to the masses. And then, of course, as a recruiting banner, it is worth its weight in Bitcoin. Uh, the next thing that's kind of huge for a clan is VoIP. So voice over IP programs. Some of you may be wondering what the hell is a VoIP, but you know what they are. TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, Discord, that's a VoIP. Do you need it? Absolutely, without a doubt. Any clan or guild that's going to even try to be successful, you need some way, some location where your members can get together and hang out and just shoot the breeze, talk trash to each other, play a game. Most of the games that people play nowadays require some kind of a tactics or strategy, working together, teamwork, etc. You can't do that unless you're able to. You can't do that efficiently and as well unless you are talking to each other in some kind of a program like TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, Discord, etc. So it really, in my opinion, it really is a requirement for a clan that's going to have members to do that. And it doesn't mean that they have to be in there playing a game. You know, we have guys that get in here and they may be doing homework and they're just looking for people to talk to and hang out with while they're doing whatever. And so they get on TeamSpeak, on our TeamSpeak, and they just hang out with friends. I got guys that'll log in and they'll be sitting there watching a movie, but they'll be logged in and listening to the group and talking and hanging out. So it's kind of a social area where people can kind of hang out and be friends. And that's kind of a huge factor with an online group, because part of what helps a clan stick together is that rapport that the members build with each other, the friendships that you build, and what better way to do that than be able to talk to your members and your teammates often. So it's a big deal. What options are there out there? TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, and Discord. Those are the three that I've named. And there are others. You know, I've heard people do Skype conferencing and do it that way. And those are, and that's fine if it works out for you. But something like that is a little bit harder because it's not a static type location or thing. So TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, Discord, whatever. Typically, those are servers set in one location. So if anybody's on there, it'll be on and in there. The biggest difference, TeamSpeak and Ventrilo, typically you pay for. Discord is completely free. So I think Discord is a great option for those that are just starting out and don't have a lot of members and maybe don't have any kind of income. And so Discord, you can set up a server for, I think it's up to 100 people, and it doesn't cost you anything. Now, in my experience with the groups that we've been with, as you get larger, typically you're going to want more channels in your TeamSpeak or your voice program. You're probably going to have more permission systems. Your permissions systems are going to get more robust the more people you have, etc. So Discord, in my opinion, is great for those small groups. But the permission system on Discord is not very robust when it comes to the depth of permissions that you may need, depending on how big you are and what your infrastructure is like when you set it up. But it is a good system, free for small groups and stuff like that. There are a couple friends of mine that use it for their own stuff. A couple friends of mine that do broadcasting on Twitch that use it for guests to come in and hang out with them, etc. And it works fine. For our purposes, like here in AK, it just doesn't cut the mustard with the amount of people that we have and the amount of slots that we normally need. And then because of our leadership structure, which is based on how many members we have, the permissions, etc., it kind of grows and grows. So for us, Discord is not very useful and really can't do what we needed to do. But they're out there. And they're out there for you to use, whether you want to rent one or use one for free, like a Discord or whatever. But whatever you might use, and I'm sure there's many other voice programs out there. Whatever you want to use, it really is a huge benefit for a group to be able to talk and hang out together, even if you're not gaming, just hanging out bullshitting over the weekend or of a movie or whatever like that. So Again, some things to think about for the foundation. You want to have a name that is catchy. Rules. You got to have some basic rules. Even if they're basic rules, you need to have rules. Website is awesome. It's great for recruiting, gives you a professional look, makes you look like you know what you're doing, whether you do or not. And a voiceover program, TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, Discord. You kind of have to have them in today's tactical and strategic type games. You kind of need them. And if anything, it gives your members, again, it gives your members a place to hang out and just make friends, talk trash, and talk about the weekend or whatever. So, some things to think about for foundation. As always, this is not a catch-all, be-all list. These are some things that we've come up with and that I've seen over the years that are beneficial. And I hope this helps. If you have any questions, www.armorknights.us, or drop by our TeamSpeak, which is on the front page of our website, and also in the credits afterwards. So if you have any questions, come by and ask, talk to us. I'll be more than glad to help you out, answer some questions, and until I see you next time when we'll be talking about rules. Thanks for dropping by.